Today, we're going to be talking about figures of Supergirl, and we're going to discuss all the various figures that have come out over the years. At the end, we're going to pick our favorites. Each of us is going to say which one we like the best. Hopefully, you will comment and let us know what you like the best. Also, let us know what other figures you would like us to do. We're hoping to make this into a series where we look at a different superhero, different character from a movie, and we do all the different figures that came out for them, and at the end we decide which one we think is the best, and you guys decide which one you think is the best. So like, subscribe, comment as much as you want on anything we say. Watch our other videos about comic books, about action figures, about the history of action figures. Watch our shorts. We appreciate everybody who subscribes. Thank you, everyone. So the first figure of Supergirl that has ever come out was in 1967. It was released by Ideal.
That's pretty early.
It really is for Supergirl. It was part of the Super Queens line, and it included 4 figures. It was Wonder Woman, Supergirl, Mira, and I think either Batgirl or Catwoman. I don't remember. I don't remember the box. Mira was a weird one because she rarely appears in any other action figure lines.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure why they picked her over some other female characters, but the line was made for little girls.
It was like made to like sort of cash in on the whole Barbie thing.
Kind of.
Like, yeah. Because that's that period, a lot of companies were like doing dolls in order to
And they're actually
sell accessories.
very, very hard to find. These dolls are really rare.
I can imagine 67, yeah.
After that, Mego releases Supergirl for the first time in their World's Greatest Heroes line in 1974. She comes in a box, which was the original one. Most Mego figures originally come in a box. Then she comes on a regular size card. And then she comes on a Kresge card, which is a small, narrower card. If you guys grew up around a Kresge, which I did, you could easily find those Kresge dolls. They were really limited to 1 or 2 stores.
Really?
That sold them, yeah.
I didn't even know that there was a difference in cards.
Yeah, there's the small cards, and here's a picture of one right here. And there's also, at the same time as Mego, Mexico's Mego line. So Mexico used the Mego's figures. They were called Lily Lytle figures. Looks just like the Mego figures, but they were sold in Mexico. Much rarer than any of the Mego figures. They're very hard to find and very sought after.
And it looked
by
like
Mego
Supergirl?
collectors. Look like Supergirl.
It had the S and everything?
Yep.
Oh.
Looks just like this.
Cool.
Figure Toy Company, which is a recent toy company, reproduced all of the Mego figures, and they have released Supergirl in the box, on a regular card, and on a Kresge card, because people love those Kresge cards. They're so much rarer than the regular ones.
I've never heard of the Kresge card. Yeah. I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm a huge Mego collector. Figure Toy Company also released 2-packs, limited to 100. Superman and Supergirl, Bizarro and Supergirl, and Batgirl and Supergirl. Ah. Those are becoming rarer and rarer because they only sold 100 and they sold out right away.
They sold 100 total in the line?
100 total, and they only released 100. Limited edition. They actually have a Flash one, Flash and Kid Flash, that I've been looking for a long time now.
It's got to cost a fortune.
Fortune. So I see it on eBay, but I would love to pick it up at a convention. I like to have it in my hand. Next up, we're not going to go in order anymore. Just going to go and see which ones we like. Justice League from Alex Ross. This is an awesome looking figure. His artwork is on the box. It looks absolutely fantastic. Might be, running for #1 for me.
Yeah, I love Alex Ross's work. It's like whenever I see his stuff with the DC heroes, especially, it's like that's what they're supposed to look
like. And I love when they convert
convert
them into toys. They look fantastic. I have a bunch of the figures around here somewhere of those.
Right.
There's also a New 52 version, her redesign for New 52, like everybody else got redesigned for New 52. So did Supergirl.
I heard good things about that series. I've never actually got around to reading it.
It's good. Yeah. Parts, not all. Superman animated series, they released a regular size one, and they released an 8-inch one. The 8-inch one is pretty cool looking also. It's Supergirl, who appeared in a couple of episodes of that series.
Just out of curiosity, is that before the Justice League Unlimited?
Yes.
Okay.
It goes Batman animated, Superman animated, Justice League Unlimited.
Okay.
Or something. Justice League Unlimited is always last. Yeah. After that, we see DC Comics Designer Series 1, Darwin Cook.
Love Darwin Cook, too.
Great artist. Love his art. This figure looks just like what she looks like in the comics that he draws and in some of the movies that use his art. Yeah. New Frontier. It looks fantastic. DC Direct also did a deceased version, which is from the zombies of all the different superheroes. Supergirl as a zombie. Superman and Batman have a return of Supergirl. They have 2 different versions. The corrupted version, which is Supergirl in black and looking very evil, and the regular version. Crisis of Infinite Earths has a figure. They did a line back in the late 90s, if I remember correctly, and it had all of the major characters from Crisis, which was from the mid 80s. And she was a big part
she
of
was
the
a big
Crisis.
part of Crisis.
Yes, she was. She actually dies in Crisis.
She dies in the series, yeah.
Her and Flash die in Crisis.
Right.
There's a superhero doll version. I'm pretty sure that's not going to be number one for me, but we'll show it anyway. There's an Erdl DC Superheroes metal figure. It's a very tiny figure, but that I always liked that line because I bought it when it first came out, and I actually have, I don't know if you can see it, there's a couple behind me here.
When were those made?
1994, I want to say.
Oh, okay.
Actually, there was a Superman sitting here next to me. I don't know where it ended up. I moved it before we started recording. There's toys all around us at all times and when we're recording here. There is also a TV series version of Melissa Benoist, right? I'm saying that right?
Oh, yeah.
From the Supergirl series, which ended recently.
I like that series.
Me too.
I mean, I only watched it when it started.
I watched every episode. Me and my youngest daughter watched every episode. I like all those CW shows. I mean, I know they're a little campy and a little corny, but that's what I want out of my comic TV shows sometimes. It doesn't always have to be dark and brooding.
Don't always have to have gritty.
And connecting back to that ideal one, there were Barbie Supergirls. There were two figures of Barbie. They're really high detail, really expensive at this point. I'm not sure I'll ever own one. Maybe. I don't know where I would put it, but they did a line. They did a bunch of superheroes. They did Wonder Woman. They did Batgirl. Did a whole bunch of different ones. And Supergirl appears twice in it. There's also a superhero mini figure. They were released a couple of years ago. There's a metal Supergirl figure. They did a whole line of DC metal figures.
Oh, it's from the
Flash is back here somewhere.
The Scott Snyder
metal? It has nothing to do with the comic metal. It's just actually made of metal.
Got it.
There is the Pocket Heroes, DC Comics Pocket Heroes. I have almost every one of these. Still looking for a couple. There's the whole line. Pretty cool. Easy to play with. Good for kids. Funko Pop.
Always fun.
Supergirl figure.
Always fun.
There's regular Supergirl. There's the special Bombshell Heart Supergirl. It was for breast cancer awareness.
Oh.
They donated the money to breast cancer.
Very nice.
There's there's a mystery that they did a Dorbs Bombshell line through Hot Topic.
Okay.
And there was not a Supergirl one, but there was supposed to be. But there are supposedly some copies of it out there, and it sells for like $500 plus.
Really?
So it's very hard to find.
Wow.
Yeah. There was also a DC Universe Infinite Crisis line. This was from like 2008. Here's one of the figures. This is her from Crisis. It's like the costume she wore in Crisis. This is the second figure she has. It is taken right from Crisis. It's the scene from one of the covers where Superman is holding her after she was killed during the Crisis. These I got pretty cheap, most of these. I didn't pay $10 for this. There's 3 packs from that series too. Here's Supergirl with Bizarro and Wonder Girl. Here's Supergirl with Superman and Wonder Girl. So
you got 2 Wonder Girls.
One's with Bizarro, one's with Superman. They did that a lot in the line. Like they have one with Flash, one with Reverse Flash.
Yeah.
I almost have this entire collection right there. One day we're gonna do a tour of the right there. The whole entire collection's right there.
That.
One day we're gonna do a tour of that. There's the whole collection right there. One day we're gonna do a tour of the whole entire basement so you can see all of the toys and comics that we're talking about. And last but not least, my favorite toy line, Justice League Unlimited. Supergirl appeared in that. This was her regular carded figure. See on the back, it was released. I believe that this is the first series, or maybe the first series of the Justice League Unlimited line. She also appears in a bunch of 3-packs. This 3-pack with Superman and Steel. It's metallic though. She has a metallic shirt on. Superman is metallic. And Steel is obviously metallic. This is an orange carded version. There is a purple carded version. See, orange card, purple card.
Good lord, there's a lot of these.
I own all of these except for 5 of the carded figures. I'm still looking for 5 of the more expensive ones. She also appears in this with Jon Stewart and Captain Atom. That's her regular costume that they use the most of. Appears in the most of these. She appears in a older version with the Warlord and Demos. This is directly from an episode. That's what one of the cool things about this. They had pictures on the back from the episode and an actual description of what occurred in that episode. So this is one of the first toy lines that actually takes episodes and puts the figures relating to that episode in carded together. This is from the fan collection.
One of the reasons that you were.
This was I did a video early on about the 5 reasons why Justice League Unlimited is the best toy line ever. One of the reasons is because of these. They did actually from the episode. This is a rarer one. She comes in it with Green Arrow and the Inhuman Knight.
Nice.
Oh, Ultra Human Knight, right? Ultra Human Knight.
Ultra Human
I love Ultra Human Knight. Same thing. She's in that regular costume that she appeared in most. And finally, she appears in a huge 6-pack. Mr. Terrific, Elongated Man, Obsidian, Superman, and Hourman. Again,
love Hourman.
From a specific episode, as detailed on the back here. I mean, this is my favorite toy line, and I'm not sure if this will be my favorite figure of hers, but it's definitely gonna be up here. That's the regular version. So there's 2 separate versions. There's that version and that version. So it's like a young girl Supergirl, and then a more adult version of Supergirl.
I like the Hourman figure in there, by the way.
Me too.
I have a real
very
thing for
again. That's a hard one to find too.
I have a thing for the JSA characters. Yeah.
So, what's your favorite one in the Supergirl figures?
Me?
Yeah. What's your favorite?
I'm up in the air between the Alex Ross one and the Darwin Cook one because I really like the stuff that's attached to particular artists.
Okay.
I really didn't watch Justice League Unlimited much. So that, it doesn't
you for that.
affect me, I know. But yeah, I would have to go probably with the Alex Ross. Because like I said, anytime I see his version of a character, I'm always struck with the idea of that's exactly what that character should look like,
So Brian goes Alex Ross.
Alex Ross.
Mine, it's pretty easy. I'm going Mego. Just because Mego holds a special place in my heart. It's one of the first toys I recall as a child playing with.
Yep.
And I had a lot of them. I had a lot of the accessories, Batmobile, Batcopter, Batvan, Joker van, Hulk van. And it's always really something. When I think of toys, it's one of the first things I think of. And it lasted in my house for a long time until Star Wars, and then they disappeared like overnight in my house. So I'm going with Mego.
And it was all
Brian's
Star Wars.
going with...
I would go Alex Ross.
Alex Ross. Who are you going with? Comment. Let us know which one you would vote for. Which one do you think is the best figure? Maybe I missed a figure. Tell me if I missed anything. Tell us what figures you'd like us to do next. What superhero? What Star Wars character? What Star Trek character? What character from any franchise would you like us to look at in figure form?
Killraven.
Killraven doesn't have 3 figures.
He should.
Like, subscribe, share this with a friend. If you know someone who collects toys or who collects comics, who just likes 2 old guys talking, send them this. We have fun. Check out all the videos.
Yes.
Love what you collect.
Collect what you love.
See you guys next time.